We're here for our weekly men's basketball press conference with Coach Jack Owens. Coach, obviously a tough one, Western Michigan last Saturday. Seemed like a couple of things, like you did a very good job on Dugan and Davis. They're star players, but it seemed like a few other players kind of stepped up and took over the load.
Yeah, give Western Michigan credit. They had some guys step up and make plays that normally don't shoot the basketball extremely well. Guys shooting 22%, hit a three with 30 seconds left in the game that normally doesn't make a high percentage. But at the end of the day, they made enough plays to win the game. Where on the flip side of that, we were in position. Didn't play extremely well as far as shooting the basketball, but did some really good things defensively to stay in the game. And then at the end, we were able to take the lead, but they were able to make some plays down the stretch, and obviously in overtime, they won the game. I just have to do a better job with the guys, finding the ways to close that game out and just go from there.
What are some of your biggest takeaways from that game, both good or bad?
Well, first of all, the bad, that there's a such thing as the bad part of the game, is that we have to continue to grow as a team and can't allow calls, the things that doesn't go our way, or even if our shots are not falling, to keep our composure and just continue to grow as a team. And then the good, obviously, we're in position to win the game. Anytime you go on the road, and Western Michigan's been in every game that they play for the most part, and teams been able to pull away in the second half where we had opportunity to win the game, and they were able to make some plays. I just wish we would have been able to execute a little bit better or get a stop when we needed to get a key stop. But at the end of the day, positives is, anytime you're in position to win the game on the road, you got to find a way to do that, and that's on me to get the guys to do those things.
And how's your team feeling physically after 45 minutes of basketball?
You know what? It's a grind. I mean, this time of year, you obviously have to be smart about how much you're practicing, those kind of things. But we had a week off prior to that game, and we played a physical game. Western Michigan plays a physical style, and we play a physical style. But at the end of the day, the guys' spirits should be back up. We have a chance to compete and play against a Ball State team that's playing very well. They're healthy and everything else. So we have a great opportunity tomorrow to get back on a winning track.
And how do you go about rebounding from that loss?
Just stay the course. We're going to have a good day of practice today, and guys came in, we watched film, we had walkthrough, we talked about the game plan and everything else that we need to do to prepare for Ball State, and we just got to move forward. Obviously, it's not the way we want the game as far as the outcome to be on Saturday, but at the end of the day, we got to move forward and get ready for Ball State, who's coming in playing very well.
And this will be the second time you've played Ball State. What did you learn in that first game against them, and what can we expect to see tomorrow night?
Your usual suspects. Persons is a really good player. He's a point guard that lead them, scoring the basketball, facilitating. He's a competitor. Teague is also a very talented four-man. KJ Walton, the transfer from Missouri, is a guy that can score points in bunches. Maulers and Hazen and Gunn, all those guys can shoot threes, and they just do a good job. And Moses, he's been around college basketball for a long time, who's a senior, who does a great job of facilitating from the post and playing ball screen D and post D. There's a solid team. Like every team in this league, you have to be ready to go. And us beating them there in Muncie has nothing to do with them coming here and playing us in Oxford. They're obviously going to want to get back on stay on the winning track, but they're going to want to obviously beat us because we beat them early in the year, and we just have to be hooked up and ready to go.
All right. The Cardinals, after starting the MAC play 2-7, have won their last 3 in a row. What do you think are kind of the keys to their win streak, or what's changed?
I think they're healthy. I think they're getting healthy. I know they have a guy or two that's day by day, but at the end of the day, the core guys that I've mentioned are the reason why they're winning, and that's not going to change. Those guys, you have Person who's a senior, Moses who's a senior, Teague is technically he's a senior, he's a redshirt junior. Those older guys are the reason why they've been winning these games, and nothing's changed on our end. We're going to have to be able to play on both sides of the ball and hold those guys accountable, but at the same time, we have to eliminate their easy fast break points, their second chance points, and allowing them to have rhythm shots. So it's very important for us to stick to the game plan and execute on both sides of the ball.